Hey guys, Alex here from AlexFergus.com, and I'm just checking in with my end of February rowing update video. I'm also going to do a 500 meter trial very soon, so stay around for that. Quick little update, if this is the first time watching this, then a month ago I think I put out a bit of an announcement saying for this year and maybe into next year I'm going to focus on indoor rowing, in particular at the 500 meter event, and see if I can break a New Zealand record or two. So it's given me some purpose and focus with my training and a bit of excitement, and obviously being able to share it all with you guys has been fun as well. So I said every month I'll do an update, just review my training and progress and any major happenings, I guess, and then also show some training footage, plus potentially do a race or a trial or something like that. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to do my 500 meter test and see if I can break the 120 mark, which is going to be exciting, and fingers crossed. Otherwise, before we get into that, what do you need to know? I'm sitting at about 102.5, 102.7, so no big changes there. It's been a good month on the training front. To be honest, it's my first proper month of training with consistency and a solid training program. I've got a video on my training program, in particular the weights. I'll do another one on my erg training as well, so be sure to subscribe for that. I'm also going to do videos on like my supplements and recovery protocols and whatnot. Pulled a 250 kilo deadlift for a triple, which was really good, and in hindsight I wish I'd pushed on for a 255 or something after that, but because the following week I couldn't get 260 off. Well, I got it off the ground, but I couldn't get it up. So, you know, the nervous system was obviously burnt out a little bit there, but some good strength gains there. And I'm just, like I said, it's just the first proper month of regular, consistent training with the program. So, you know, my squat's been feeling really heavy, but I think I got up to 160s or something, like high bar squat, and like, you know, that's nothing for me in my older years of training, but it felt really tough. So that's going to be the big improvement. I think if I can get that back up to 220s or something, I think we'll start seeing some big numbers on here. On the downside, sleep's been shocking. Honestly, probably one of the worst months of sleep in my life. Yeah, like 5-6 hours a night, really broken sleep. And that's not a fault of mine. It's just, we've got a baby and a 3-year-old who's just going through a period where he just wakes a lot and needs comforting a lot, and obviously my wife is looking after the baby. So yeah, it's just been one of those months, and it just is what it is. But it's not been great, but I've backed off on the training load as a result. Starting to get used to this Polar Vantage V2, pretty neat, like only just really getting into the swing of things. Like there's quite a lot you can do with this watch. I'm enjoying the leg recovery test where you do jumps and it monitors your leg recovery, which is, I think that's really neat. In fact, it was a big selling point for me. And I think it lines up pretty good. Like there's days I come in here, I just feel a little bit flat, you know, and you do your jump and you're only getting say 39 centimeters. And then on a good day like today, you know, it was like 45 or something. And it's like, yeah, you're recovered. So today's a Monday afternoon. I took Saturday, Sunday off, you know, feeling pretty fresh. So 500 meter time, that's obviously what I'm focusing on for this year and maybe next year. And the goal is, there's three goals. First is to break a PB, which I'm hoping to do today, personal best. And that will be a sub 120 time, so that will be exciting. Second goal is a New Zealand age group goal, but I think I've got my dates wrong. Birthday days wrong, age group days wrong. I thought I was going to be in that category soon, but I think it might be next year, which is throwing a bit of a spanner in the works, so I've got to figure that out. But anyway, that was going to be the goal. The time is 1:18, 1 minute 18 seconds. And then the big ultimate goal, if it all works out, maybe in a year or so of solid training, is the New Zealand Open 500 meter record, which is 1:14, which is insane. You know, it's a big goal, but we'll see how we go. So today, I'm hoping to break that 120 mark, 1 minute 20. That would be a good step, and then we'll see how we go. If we don't, I mean, I suppose I'll be a bit disappointed, but I don't know. I'm confident. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. So race strategy wise, there's no real big strategy here because I'm still finding my feet, so to speak, in terms of what I can hold and whatnot. So I'm just going to come out fast. you know, like pace well ahead of that 120, sub 120, you know, let's say I hold in a 118 split. And I'm just going to try hold on as long as I can. So you probably will see me crash and burn at about, hopefully 100 meters, but it could very well be 200 meters and things will turn ugly. And it's just a matter of holding on as long as I can. So, all right, what I'll do is I'll set up a camera so you can watch me, and then I'll try to get a camera on the screen. I'm actually going to set it up in watts. I've been doing all my training lately. I used to always use splits, right? But lately I've been using watts because it's a lot more accurate per stroke, you know, like especially when you're doing starts and stuff like that. And it's just a better gauge of where you're at, because you think, oh, it's just a second faster or whatever, but it's a big chunk in terms of wattages. So I'm going to have my screen on watts, but you'll see the projected finish down the bottom, and obviously we'll see the time at the end. The goal is to be about 685 watts. I think I need to be. If I am averaging 685 watts, I think that's going to be a sub 120. So maybe we'll try hold 700s or something, 700 average. One 119.5, 697 average watt, 40 strokes per minute average. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I claim that as a PB because, yeah, call it. So I thought 700 average watt would have been great. So just off that, felt good at the start. In fact, felt so strong. I mean, it's the first time I've done some efforts like that for 5 days or so, so that was good, but didn't quite hit that 1000 watts at the start there. I've been doing some practice starts, but at a much higher drag, and I've been hitting 1000, so that's what the goal is, to get it up in the thousands. I mean, I know the big guys are holding 1000 for the whole race, but hey, they're another class, aren't they? So what do we got here? 14.8 for the first. So I thought I'd go flying at the start and then just ease off, aim for an average of 700 watts. So that's what I did in the second leg, but off on the third, and then obviously started crashing a bit towards the end here. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. You always want to be faster, but it's good progress. Still a long way to go though, like 850 watts average is what I need to do. So I need to hold that first split I feel a lot more fit, a lot fitter than I did after the January one. Like, I don't know what I was holding back then. I should go back and have a look, but I was probably going faster than this. That's probably why, but I struggled like 250 out. I was halfway. It was horrible. And then I felt I was pretty fatigued afterwards. Like, it was that yuck, you know, reminded me of the 2K days. And that was after a 500 meter, right? So it was like crazy. So I think the fitness has improved a lot since then. Like, even now, the recovery after that, I was like, oh, hurt, but you know, you're not wanting to die, or you don't think you have died, I think. So that's good, that's promising. Main things are continue on the strength work. Got to get that those splits up, the wattages up, and then obviously the fitness to be able to hold that. So All in all, we're under the sub 120 mark, which is what we wanted. And yeah, if you got any thoughts, feedback, advice, I know my form wasn't the greatest. I don't know, I'd be curious, the first 150, 200 felt all right, so maybe look at that as a technique guide, and then the last half, you know, obviously a bit all over the place. But yeah, for those of you who have a bit more experience, a bit more faster times, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And for those of you who are just following and never done this, why don't you jump on a 500 meter on an erg and do a 500 meter and let me know what time you get. And yeah, all right guys, I'm gonna do a 10-20 minute sort of easy aerobic warm down now. That's all I'll do today. Just that was my one big hit, and then big warm down sort of aerobic session, because tomorrow I've got lower body box squats, so we want to be fresh for that. All right guys, bye.